What's going on, YouTube? It's James Schreiber, Fantasy Battle Report today, and so I forgot my microphone today, so I'm gonna see how my computer's laptop's microphone works on a video, and you guys always complain I'm too loud anyway, so maybe this is dulling it out, maybe not, maybe it's just normal, and maybe I'm just loud. Who the fuck knows? I mean, you guys should know, the guys who met me already. So, um, anyways, so I got a game against Todd, and lately I've been playing with my brother. First off, I'm still sick, by the way, guys. I mean, my voice is kind of coming back, but um, I got a game against my brother. He kicked my ass. That was the last game I just put up. I was trying out a list. I was trying out two characters mainly, which is A, Zod. I know how Zod works, and B is Paco the Doombringer. Now, Paco the Doombringer is now taking over my general role. So General Zod will no longer be called General Zod because he's no longer the general. I did this because you'll see in my list right now that I'm kind of playing around with. I'm toying around with different ideas and different blocks, more or less. I want to try out something that I feel like is a more solid list overall. So here's an interesting matchup. I got a game against Todd, and Todd is playing 5,000 points of Vampire Coven, where I am playing 4,500 points of Orcs and Goblins. I asked for a game at the dojo. Todd replied, we never really discussed points. I just came with 4.5k and he came with 5k. So we'll see how this goes. Now, Todd hasn't really played much of the 9th Age ever since the 1.2 rules and 1.3 rules. And so he's kind of out of the, his list is a little different. He's trying to just play around what he likes and enjoys. He kind of refuses, I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys, he kind of refuses to work on any new models just because he's like, well, the rules are going to change anyway, so what's the point? So, and he has that very, point of view, just basically keep going throughout the rest of this game we were talking, and he just kept on saying that over and over and over again. Anyways, let's go over the list. So basically, this is how the table looks, and this is both sides of our armies. Obviously, we're not deployed yet. I have a Feral Orc Ed Basher block. Now, my Feral Orc not Ed Bashers. These are Feral Orcs with bows and spears. They are not Ed Bashers. They're just regular Feral Orcs with bows and spears. I think I got like 35 or 36 of them. Now, I do have my general in there, and I'm going to pull up another picture of him. But General Boss the Doom, or General Paco the Doombringer, is this guy right here. He is definitely taking over the general spot. Over here, I got 20 common goblins with bows. And as you can see on the right side, I have Bazooka the Longshot. And then on the left side, I have Baxter the Pyromaniac. These guys are my MVPs in my last couple games. I really enjoy the duo of them. They just pick at people like pain in the asses. Now, I was talking about in my last video where I wanted to play with like 50 of these guys. But I ended up just doing 20 in this game. I think I switched in the next game. Well, the next game hasn't really happened yet. I've been playing it on Universal Battle. Over here, check this out. This is 36. I want to say like 36 black orc, or iron orcs. Excuse me. I was gonna say black orcs vegans. That's not even a thing. These are my iron orcs. Now my iron orcs have in the middle. You can see the guy with the giant hammer. That is Zod on Foot. So Zod on Foot will have a new name. I don't like the Bebop Rocksteady anymore, just because I don't feel like it's the Foot Clan anymore. So, so I will change his name very soon. When I come up with a name, or if you guys want to come up with a name, please, by all means, do so. But for right now, I'm just gonna call him Rockjaw. So Rockjaw is in the middle right there. He's leading the Iron Orcs. And then over here, I got a unit of 6 Cave Trolls. I got some dogs. I got some 30 Orcs with bows, just bows. And then I got the 2 bolt thrower, the skewers. For my opponent, he has a giant block of like 20 to 30. How many seeds? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like 6 ranks. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. 30 Grave Guard or Black Guard or Tomb Guard or whatever the fuck their guards are. 30 of them. There's a character in that unit. He has a giant block here of about 40 ghouls, and then he has a small bunker of like 20 ghouls. Now, personally, I don't think that bunker should be ghouls. I think it should be like zombies, but to each his own. He has a necromancer sitting out on the right side there. He has 3 Varkalax over here. 3 Varkalax. These things are nasty, man. They're like T5, Strength 6, Hatred, freaking Regen. These guys are freaking monsters. They'll just tear apart something. Then, here you go. He has 4 Blood Knights, or whatever they're called, the Vampire Knights. 3 of them are the units. One of them is his Vampire Lord. Kind of kills me because I feel like that unit should be beefed up some more. But he was saying that it comes out the same points as his Varkalax. And again, he just doesn't have the models, and he doesn't want to work on the models if the game is going to change very soon. He has his Vampire Coven throne right there, the court, and he has a Blender Lord on that. The Lord on the horse is his general, and that's how he deployed. So I have a lot of fucking Strength 3 shooting. This is how I deployed. I have a lot of Strength 3 shooting, which is not going to do much to the heavy armored guys. I do have 2 bolt throwers. Put one on the hill, put one down behind the units, which was a very bad deployment by my part. I've been playing where I put the Black Orcs on a flank, basically because they handle flanks very well. They just kind of don't go anywhere, and most monsters or most things that are on the flanks kind of just hit them and don't do shit to them, and they just destroy it. Also, they are stubborn with Rockjaw in there, so Rockjaw can kind of just like hold the whole group together. It's basically the same loadout as Zod. It's the same exact loadout. He has paired weapons, he has great weapon, he has divine icon, he has the sprouted rebirth because I'm not so afraid of spears on foot. I do have to worry about lethal strike or flaming banners, but he still has a 2-up armor and a 4-up regen, and you still have to reroll wounds against him, so he's not really that easy to deal with on foot, especially when he's in a freaking block of Iron Orcs. I think this one I had like 32 to 35 Iron Orcs, but I had to drop it down just because I started playing with the list a little more. Now, my general, like I said, is inside the Feral Orcs, and he has the Axe of the Apocalypse. He has Plates of Tech. He's T6, and you don't really want to mess with the Savages either because that general's going to kick your ass. He also has a Potion of Speed. So, yeah, and then I just took Bazooka, since he has Pants Protection, and he's in the unit of Savages as well, just in case he wants to take a challenge, and he'll have whatever your armor and ward save are. So I was just like, huh. I put the Trolls on the other flank, which was kind of poor choice on my part, because they're really not good enough to hold the flank. They're really good to just punch a hole in the middle, but they're not good enough to hold the flank, which is very bad choice on my part. And then I have all the bows in the middle because the bows are just going to shoot up ghouls. So that's basically where I'm at right now. So let's see. These are Vanguards. I want to say they're Vanguards. He moves up his Varkalax up front, like so. And it's going to go ahead and start off Orcs and Goblins. Nope, Vampire Coven turn 1. Vampire Coven turn 1. He moves up his Varkalax as Chaff. I am not kidding. He's like, they're unbreakable. I mean, all the undead is unbreakable, but it just crumbles. But he's like, if you want to charge my unit, go ahead. I'm like, dude, I got a shit ton of guys with bows. I am not going to charge your fucking strength 6 monster. I'm gonna shoot it. The one thing that does bother me though is frenzy checks, and this has happened to me a lot in the UB games, where my Feral Orcs just fail frenzy and will charge the closest thing, which kind of sucks just because Orcs have the -1 on frenzy, so -1 leadership on frenzy checks, so it's just like, oh man, that kind of really does suck. But at the same time, it's like, well, I got the BSB reroll, I got a chance to try to stop this, whatever, right? But he just moves up like that. Magic phase, he got 7 power dice. And what he does is he creates a unit of zombies, which he used my goblins in the middle there. He created a unit of zombies right in the middle, kind of as a way to start creating chaff in the middle of the table. So that's all he really did. I kind of stopped his other spells. Didn't really care about most of his other spells. It's going to go ahead and start off my turn. Orcs and Goblins turn 1. Orcs and Goblins turn 1. I go, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to charge my Trolls in. My Trolls are going to go into the Varkalax. Fuck it. Why not? I don't fail my Frenzy. I'm going to go ahead and go. And I failed that charge. I only needed like a 4. And I rolled a 3. Oh god. My whole goal is just to get in there, do some wounds, and just crumble him, and then try to overrun into his knights that were right behind him. Magic phase. I didn't charge anybody else. Everybody else just moved around. Magic phase. I got 6 power dice. Go ahead and I do a ruby ring fireball. Um, and I think I just did like a wound or two onto a Varkalak, and then everything else I did kind of just failed or didn't do shit. So shooting phase, I'm gonna shoot these guys into his ghouls, kill off a handful of ghouls. I'm gonna shoot both these bolt throwers into his Coven throne, and as you can see, again, this is why I don't use war machines. I rolled a 1 and a 1. This has happened to me pretty much every single game I played skewers. Every single game I played with skewers, every time I shoot, it's like 1, 1. I can just like count on it. Man, I'm so glad we don't have 8th edition rules. 8th edition rules, those things would have blown up. They would have just blew up. Like, oh, I rolled a 1, it's dead. That was a waste of 35 points. But right now, it's just kind of like, whatever. They don't do shit. They really, really don't do shit. All right. That was it. I think my goblin shot didn't do shit, and my orc shot didn't do shit. So he's just gonna go into his turn. Vampire Coven turn 2. Vampire Coven turn 2. He's gonna go ahead and charge his court into my trolls. I'm like, whatever. I can't really do anything. I'm stupid. He's gonna charge his knights into my trolls. Well, the trolls might die soon. And he gets in with just the throne. He fails the knights. Holy crap. So, what's going on here? Yeah, I just took a picture of something else. Anyways, he goes ahead and he moves around like so. He still has that Graveguard unit. He still has that. The Graveguard unit is the major threat to me. I'm not too worried about the ghouls at the moment. And the ghouls are going towards the Black Orcs, which is kind of a dumb thing because the Black Orcs have 3-up armor. They'll be fine. He's not using those Varkalaks as, he's just basically using them as chaff. He doesn't want me charging ahead or moving up ahead unless I fight these monsters. And I'm like, I don't have to fight these monsters. I can just keep shooting you for the time being. It doesn't bother me. Magic phase, he got 7 power dice, and he goes ahead. I don't know what the fuck he did. We don't have cards again. I still don't have cards for anybody. I made myself fire cards finally, but those won't be ready till probably this weekend. And what are all these messages for? Anyways, so close combat. He does 2 wounds on impact hits here, and then I think that was about it. No, he did a couple more wounds. So he does the 2 wounds on impact hits. I go ahead and I puke, and bleh, I do 2 wounds onto him. He goes ahead and he swings with his Vampire Lord, Blender Lord, whatever, and he ends up killing off 2 trolls. He does a total of 7 wounds that got through my regens and everything. And I am steadfast. I stick my generals right there, and it's going to go ahead and start off Orcs and Goblins turn 2. Orcs and Goblins turn 2. I'm going to charge the Black Orcs into his Varkalak here. I'm like, whatever. I don't care if you have chaff there, dude. I'll just crumble him to death. He's not going to kill enough Black Orcs. The Black Orcs are something fierce you don't really want to mess with, man. So they get in, and the one thing that's working against me is I don't count as having ranks because I'm touching the water. Here's the question I have, though. Is because those ranks are 6 wide, but since the 5 wide aren't touching the water, will they still not count as having ranks? But doesn't matter so much. I just have to kill that thing, get it out of my way. I'm not too worried. Magic phase. I got 10 power dice. I didn't move anybody else really. I just kept shooting shit. Why not? He is chaffing me where I couldn't get into the Coven throne. So shooting or magic, I go ahead and I do a fireball. I kill this bastard. He's in my way. I go ahead and I do a Pyroclastic Flow, kill off. I miscast. Why am I getting so many fucking messages right now? Jesus Christ. Every time I do a video. Alright. I do a big Pyroclastic Flow. It miscast. I end up killing off, let's see, 6 of my goblins by stick. And pretty much after that, I just really didn't do much else. We're going to go to shooting phase. Shooting phase, I'm going to shoot this bolt thrower. It hits the knight, it wounds, and it does 1 wound. Okay. It did something. At least one of them did something, for Christ's sakes. Over here, these guys are going to start shooting at his ghouls. I only kill off 1 ghoul. I think I had to move, maybe? I don't think I moved. I just think I just rolled like shit. I think I did roll like shit. I rolled all the dice, and I was like, all right, 5's to wound, and I rolled like all 1 through 4s. All right. Over here, these guys are going to shoot. They end up picking off 4 more ghouls. And then these guys over here end up doing 2 wounds onto his Varkalak. He goes ahead and he swings. I think he killed a couple of my guys. I have a charge. I have a banner. I don't know what else. And I think he might be counting down. Excuse me, I had a sneeze. And the sneeze didn't come out. Oh my god, that's the worst. When it wants to come out, but it doesn't. Anyways, I end up popping him anyways. I think we counted ranks. I end up popping him anyways. And I just reformed to face this way. And I'm not too worried about it. Like I said, I that was just overkill on my part. Over here, close combat. He only does 3 wounds out to my trolls. My trolls stick again. I'm going to puke on him again. I think I do another wound. I think that's what he did with his magic, by the way, was just heal his guy a little bit or something. But that's it. It's going to start out Vampire turn 3. Vampire turn 3. He's going to charge everything into my trolls except for his Graveguard. His Graveguard's coming straight for my savages. So, or I take it back. His Graveguard and his Knights are going for the savages. The Varkalak's going for the trolls just to get out of the way. So he gets in with everything except the Graveguard. He needed a 9. It was a little too far. He rolled an 8. And these guys just failed their charge. The Knights go in alone, and I'm just like, oh, that's just overkill. I have spears on my savages. They're just going to fuck that unit up. They're just going to fuck that unit up. I'm like, oh, good lord. All right. Magic Vase. He got 6 power dice. He goes ahead and he heals his chariot again. I don't care really. I'm like, whatever. I mean, I want to kill the chariot, the throne, but at the same time, I'm not really going to do it with the 3 remaining trolls. I mean, the guy has like a 2-up armor, rerolls to wound or something like that. So I'm not really doing as much as I think I could. Plus, he still has like a regen or a ward save, so it's like I'm only doing like a wound or 2 every turn. So that's about it. Close combat. He goes ahead and he swings. He ends up killing off 1 troll. I end up saving like 4 ward. No. Those are the wounds, I think. Nope, that wasn't. That was just ward saves. Regen saves. So he goes ahead and he kills my trolls. My trolls run. He's going to pop them. He's going to overrun, probably get into my war machine. So he ends up like this. He just turns this way. This guy ran that way just because my trolls were in a crooked angle at the time they died. So that guy overran that way to kill the trolls. And close combat over here. I challenge with, I think he challenged with a champ. I think he has to. Might have to. But he was expecting his Blender Lord to go into my unit and just tear up my unit. So I was like, well, fuck it. My Axe of the Apocalypse guy's going straight into your champ. Good luck. So I go ahead and I pop my potion of speed. Or, no, actually, he goes first. He does 1 wound onto my general, which General Doombringer's like, I don't give a fuck. He takes the scratch. He takes it like Khal Drogo. He grabs the blade. He shoves it into his chest. And he's like, is that all you're going to do, fucker? So I go ahead and I swing. And I just freaking rip that guy a new asshole. I did like 7 freaking strength 8 attacks. And I just kill that guy. He goes ahead and he swings here. He ends up killing off like 5 savages. I go ahead and I swing back. I pop that unit. I killed everybody except his general. I just took them all out. And I was like, oh, fuck it, I'll deal with the general later. But combat res, he does have a charge. He does have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds total. I did a total of probably more than 6 wounds plus overkill. I have 3 ranks, 2 banners, whatever. That unit, his general's just looking at me like, shit, he won combat res easily, and his general just crumbles and dies, which creates a giant crumble and dying army to die. So we basically call it there. I think his Coven throne blows up. I think his Graveguard are about to die a horrible, horrible death. He has another wizard who could take it over, but he's just like, at this point, you're just about to charge it. I could charge it to anybody. I just won combat. I could turn him to whatever, which way. My Black Orc's coming on the right side. I'm destroying his ghouls by shooting, and I think he just called it quits. He's like, you got this. Not only that, but my brother showed up, and my brother's like, do you want another game, Todd? And he's like, yeah, let's play another one. So I was like, I'll just call the game here so you guys could play your game. So they ended up getting a game after me. Post-game analysis. Well, I do like having the Black Orc block. I know a lot of people are like, well, the Black Orc block is just kind of like a giant tar pit that doesn't move. I'm okay with that. I think that they basically offer a threat to a lot of people who don't have an answer to them. especially like these weaker armies that are only like just a ton of strength 3 or strength 4 with poison stuff and whatever. I'm like, whatever, they have a 3-up armor, and I'm going to kill more of you than you're going to kill of me. So I think that's awesome. I've been playing a lot with them, like in every list I've been making. So I think the Black Orcs are a solid chunk to the army. I gave up on the trolls. I love the trolls. I think the trolls are awesome, but I gave up on them just because of the amount of points I was using on them. I felt good. I needed something on the other flank that could hold the flank. So you will see the return of either the A-Rock or the Space Chicken Rock. And if you guys got this far on this video, I would like to hear in the comments below, what do you think I should play, A-Rock or Chicken Rock? You guys tell me. Personally, I love the A-Rock. Luck-wise, for some reason, superstitiously, the A-Rock does better than the Chicken Rock, but the Chicken Rock is just a beautifully painted army. And at Adepticon, I'm probably going to use the Chicken Rock just because the Chicken Rock is a beautifully painted model. Excuse me. Has more to look at. I ended up taking out the Orcs with bows. The Orcs with bows, I do like having another block in there. And they're T4, and they kind of like offer that other threat that they can be strength 4 on the charge. Give them flaming swords. They'll be wounding on 2s mostly. But that being said, I really, really, really found a niche with those 50 goblins. And you'll see that in hopefully the next battle report. I ordered a whole box full of goblins, and I'm going to have to be painting them all up, and I'm going to start doing some conversions and doing the Shyhammer way. But that'll be coming up very shortly. In the meantime, though, you'll just see me using proxies until then. As for my characters, I do love the Pyromaniac. The Pyromaniac's an awesome bastard. I do love Boss Paco, General Paco, because General Paco the Doombringer is, I mean, he doesn't have to get into fights. He doesn't. He will. He'll kill something. But at the same time, you know, if you watch my last game where I played against my brother, I didn't have an army behind him that could back him up. Right now, even though they're only common savages, they're not freaking Ed Bashers, they're not anything like that, but they give him those 3 ranks and banner and all that crap that he needed to break units. And that being said, I think that gives him the punch he needed. And by the way, he is the MVP for this game, just basically because he killed the general. Or he messed up that guy in the freaking challenge. But I guess he wouldn't be the MVP. Who would be the MVP? I'll give it to the Fire Mage. I'll give it to Baxter. Here you go. It's a blurry picture of Baxter. The Pyromaniac. Baxter the Pyromaniac. Yeah, I mean, he just basically did a lot of fire damage. That's about it. There wasn't really much that happened. I killed the Varkalak on one side, killed the Varkalak with this guy. Then I killed his leader's bunker. And then I was just going to steamroll his ghouls with my Black Orcs, then just pick at everything else with my archers. So the game was pretty much one and done at this point. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope, guys, and I'm sorry if you got this far and you realize, oh my god, this guy yells so much, and this guy swears so much, and blah, blah, blah. First off, I'm sick. I'm not even yelling as much as I normally yell. But second off, I find it hilarious. I find it hilarious that people tend to comment on my videos, especially my older videos. I guess like these people watch my videos for the first time, and they're like, "Oh, you're very enthusiastic, but can you not yell?" I'm like, "Man, you really don't know whose channel you stumbled on. If you want somebody who doesn't yell, watch the other guy, all right? But if you want somebody who's enthusiastic, loves orcs and goblins, who thinks all the crazy shit is fun and kooky and all that crap, you're watching my channel, all right? And if you don't like my channel, make your own channel. That's all I'm saying. But anyways, that's just my little drunken rant, even though I'm not drunk. I don't drink, by the way, guys. So, guys, I'm going to ETC Spain. I need some help, assistance getting over there. It is going to cost me a lot of money to get out there. And if you guys can help, donate. I have a Patreon set up, and I also have my GoFundMe set up. So anything helps, guys. $1, $2, $5, $10, $20, whatever you guys see fit. If you guys can help support me in any way, it will help me getting out there and giving you guys great ETC coverage and content. And this especially goes to the higher ups. You guys know. I'm your freaking what's the word I'm looking for? Oh man, I had the word for it just a minute ago. What the fuck? I'm your marketing. I don't know if it's marketing. It's gonna drive me nuts. I'm gonna think of it when I work out. I'm like, oh yeah, that's what I meant. But right now I'm drawing blanks. Anyways, but I'm basically your voice out there. You guys, I'm good. I mean, Blondebeard will be there too. But for those of you who cannot understand what Blondebeard says, there's always me. And if those of you guys can't understand me or Blondebeard, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. But that's the only two people you're really getting out there who are gonna make videos. So help me out. Get out there. Shit's expensive. And besides that, hit like, hit share, hit subscribe. I said MVP. And I guess I'll see you in the next video. I don't know who I'm going to play. I put up a challenge on Facebook. Hopefully that's what all the messages were. Somebody saying, yeah, I'll come out and play. But we'll see how that goes. Anyways, in the meantime, I'm going to keep playing Universal Battles. I'm going to work on my common goblins. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care and peace.